Hi everyone. As you might know, romance is my main genre that I like to read, so I've accumulated many book boyfriends the past couple years, so I decided that today I want to try tier ranking them and try not to put them all at the very top, because whenever I read a book, they're at the very top. So, let's see. Go. Nailed it. Okay. So, I saw a YouTube video where a guy was doing something similar and used Love Island phrases, so I took some inspiration from that. Nathan helped me a little bit. So we've got the very top, which is all my eggs in one basket. Like, this is just the perfect man, and I have no other words. I'll have more words later, I'm sure. Coupled up means like, we're not exclusive, we're not boyfriend, girlfriend, but like we're coupled up, we're like building it. My type on paper means, you know, this man is exactly what I want. Checks some boxes is like, you know, he checks some of my boxes. He's not my type on paper, but he checks some boxes. And then the last one is give me the ick. That's not even a truly like Love Island one, but they've been using it a lot lately, so. Okay, Atlas Corrigan. I love this man. He's not in the first one a ton, and when he is, it's kind of like, it's kind of almost, if you say, cringy. Like, the age gap is a little bit strange at the very beginning. There's a lot of like choices Colleen Hoover makes in her books that I'm like, you could have just changed like that one number and I would have felt a lot better about it. I'm gonna put Atlas in my type on paper. Ben Kessler. He's from November 9th by Colleen Hoover. He's just not very honest, I guess, is my problem. I'm gonna put him in check some boxes. Like, I feel like I liked him with Sloane more than I like him, if that makes sense. Brendan Taggart is from Summer, what is it? It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Oh my gosh, he's so hot. As I've said, put a grumpy man in a book and make him fall in love, like, I'm done. I love it so much. There's some that stick with you, and there's some that don't, and he is not one that, like, super sticks out to me, but I love him, though. But there's better Grumpy Sunshine. There's better Grumpy, so I'm going to put him in my type on paper, because Grumpy Burly Man is my type on paper, apparently. Cade Eaton. I'm going to put him, and people are going to hate me. Well, they're not going to hate me. I'm going to put him in Coupled Up. He's not at the very, very top, just because I don't know what it is. I don't. I adore him. It might be like his situation with her is more special to me than him, if that makes sense. Callahan Kane. He's from The Final Offer. He's from the last book, so he's the youngest one. He's the only like happy one. I adore him. I think he's so sweet. I don't know. I adore him. I'm going to put him in Coupled Up. I'm really trying to reserve all my eggs in one basket. Cole Harding. If you watch my Elsie Silver video, I'm in love with this man. And one of the reasons all my eggs are in one freaking basket is because he deserves better than Violet. Conrad Fisher. Okay, this is going purely off of my memory of reading the series, but I'm going to put him in Coupled Up because this man was like one of my very first book boyfriends ever. I adore him. Declan Kane. I love him. I love him with Iris. Iris? More than anything. I'm trying to reserve the top. I am. Okay, so Declan's going to go in Coupled Up, because I do adore him, and he is not my least favorite of the Kane brothers. Let me see if I can find Declan real quick, just while we're talking about this. I can't find Declan Kane. If I find him later, then I'm gonna lose my mind. But Declan Kane would go and check some boxes, just because I can't handle catfishing. You make up another employee to message her and like don't tell her, and then she's getting all confused about who she likes more. It gives me the ick. He does give me the ick. But I love Okay, he would have to go and gives me the ick, because I literally just said that as a guttural reaction. Dominic Russo. Oh my gosh. I love him. He's from By a Thread by Lucy Score. Dominic Russo is fantastic. Their relationship is adorable. I love his character development. I'm really gonna, like, coupled up, they're perfect men. Okay, Griffin Eden. All it takes for me to get connected is a grumpy, overprotective man. So when, what is his woman's name? When his woman is like standing out by the like cliff or bridge or whatever it is, that he's like looking, she's like looking at where the person died, and he like grabs her and is like, what are you doing? Like, you're too close to the edge. I was like, I'd love him. Okay, we're putting him a coupled up. Ellen Venture, All My Eggs in One Basket. He's from Mistborn. I'm in love with him. The second he came on the page, I was like, this man is my everything, and if he turns out to be bad, I will put the book down. But he's not. He's perfect. And then he just gets hotter as the series goes. Elliot Petropolis, he's from Love in Other Words. Have not read it in some time. He really loves her. He really loves her. You know what? We're putting him in All My Eggs in One Basket because the one flaw wasn't even his fault. And this book made me feel so many things. Foster Madden. Okay, he gives me the ick. I love him. I do. Well, I don't know. I think I do. He's with Talia Eden in the Eden series, and basically to avoid like X, Y, and Z people being in danger and to stay out of jail or whatever, he had to marry her best friend. So he broke up with her and married her best friend. So he gives me the ick real bad. And I personally could not get over that. I do think they're in love, and I do think that they are soulmates. And you know, if he was my soulmate, I'd find a way around it, I'm sure. However, he's not. Griffin Sinclair's All My Eggs in One Basket. He's from False Start in the, not the Chestnut Springs series, but the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver. I love him. Their love is just so pure and so amazing, and I could gush about him forever. Graham Wells. Graham Wells is from All Your Perfects, which is my favorite book. The reason it is my favorite book is because I have endometriosis, which has the same fertility issues that Quinn has in the book. And then he goes, and I promise you right now that if you walk out that door and leave me, I'll love you more than I did on our wedding day. Anyways, All My Eggs in One Basket. I need to cut that down. Nate Hawkins, coupled up. He's not on my very, very top. Oh, he's from Icebreaker. Obviously, he's got a fantastic name. They're a very hot couple. Jack Smith. Who is Jack Smith? Jack Smith is a character from Magic Treehouse. I can guarantee you that's not what I meant. Oh! He's from Love Theoretically by Allie Hazelwood. Okay. I loved him. I thought he was a very emotionally mature person, which I think was difficult for him to do in the relationship with the girl whose name I'm forgetting, but her like rewriting her personality for different people and him like having the patience to break it down. I just adored him. Honestly, it's not like as meaningful to me as these up here, but Jameson Hawthorne. Listen, this is what I meant when I said I'm a Conrad Fisher girl. Conrad Fisher girls are Griffin Hawthorne girls. And I feel it doesn't need any explanation. So he's going and checks some boxes. I could not. Oh, this is from the Inheritance Games series. Could not believe she picked him. Could not believe it. The passion was not there. I lived for Griffin once. I really hope his name is Griffin or I'm going to be embarrassed. I'm pretty sure it was Griffin. There's so many Griffins in romance. Okay. Miles Archer. Oh, I loved it so much when I read it. As I ponder it, the man gives me the ick so bad. Like, when he called her Rachel, while they were doing it, oh my gosh, there's no coming back from that for me. And I understand he went through a lot. And I truly think that by the end of the book, similar to Foster, I had forgiven him and I wanted them to be together. But me personally, he gives me the ick, so I have to put him in gives me the ick. Ravi is my type on paper. He is from A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I forget his last name, but he is introduced in the first one. He's in it throughout. It's hard to like get super close to him because I was far more concerned with the actual murders and Pip, but he's amazing. Peter Mellark. I read The Hunger Games and I've seen a couple of the movies. I was never a Peeta or a Gale girl. Honestly, I just liked Finnick. Oh, he gives me the ick. I'm so sorry. The ick. I don't know. It's the whole reason Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man gives me the ick, I think. The like pick me boy energy, which I get that Gale has too. I'm not a Gale girl either. Owen Mason Gentry. He is from Confess. I adore him. So, he is going to Coupled Up. Fox Thornton. He checks some boxes. I really love him and Hannah. He's from Hook, Line, and Sinker. First of all, that title gives me the ick a little bit. They were just... Okay, I'm talking too much. Let's do this again. Okay, so we were talking about Peeta. We were absolutely not talking about Peeta. My bad. We can stop talking about Peeta because I know I have the wrong opinion. Okay, Gus Everett is from Beach Read. All my eggs in one basket. Oh, where'd he go? All my eggs in one basket. This man is everything to me. Reading that book again, he's just perfect. Moving on. Charlie Lastros from Book Lovers. Okay. All my eggs in one basket. Adam Carlson. All my eggs in one basket. He's from The Love Hypothesis, and I'm in love with Hypothesis. Ledger Ward. Ledger is from Reminders of Him. I think he's fantastic. I can't put him in All My Eggs in One Basket, but I think he's a perfect man. Jasper. He's my second favorite guy in those books. We're just going to put him in Coupled Up. Jeremy Crawford. He's from Verity. He scares me a little. The end and then the like extra epilogue that came out with the like special edition. He's scary. Listen, you'll see soon enough, I'm not against my book boyfriends killing people. But he's a regular, normal civilian. So, moving on. Jesse from One True Loves. We'll go ahead and do Sam from that as well. Jesse is my type on paper, and I'm going to put the same thing for Sam. And honestly, it might be different if they were their own, like, love interest in different books, but just like the way that I learned about them and got to know them in the book, they're both great, great people. That's where they go. Knox Morgan, All My Eggs in One Basket. He's from Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I ate that book up. I love him. Listen, I think he handled the situation wrong with Naomi in the third act breakup. I do. However, I don't care. Let's go ahead and do Nash while we're here too talking about this. Where's Nash? Nash Morgan is also All My Eggs in One Basket. Yeah. Brothers. I'm in trouble. Nash is from the very next book, which is Things We Hide from the Light, and I can almost guarantee you that in the third book that comes out, I think, next month, he will be All My Eggs in One Basket too, because I love these men. He does the, who did this to you? He does the, like, jealousy. Listen, I'm a simple gal. Knox Eden. All My Eggs in One Basket. Something about those Knox guys. He's from the second Eden series. I think it's Memphis. What is it called? Anyways, the second book in the series. One of my favorite tropes again he did was the she's like feeling a little insecure because his ex-girlfriend shows up and he's like listen to me, Memphis. She's not you. Ah. Thanks. Levi Ward. Who's Levi Ward? Levi Ward. Love on the Brain. Okay. I remember you now. I loved him. Okay, I'm not as emotionally connected with him as I am with All My Eggs in One Basket people, to be honest. Or am I? I don't know. His like, oh, my favorite trope. I've said that for like 5 tropes. But when she's like, listen, I know you hate me. And he's like, I don't hate you. Okay, listen, all my eggs are in his basket. I'm sorry, I can't not. I love him. And like him like tracing like the tattoos on her back. Oh, romance. Noah Riley. He's from Say You Swear. I'm putting him in Coupled Up. I was like, that book took me by surprise. I was expecting like, you know, like a kind of like smutty college football player romance, but that shit hurted. I will say, this is not about him, but in the book, there's that amnesia thing. I hate the amnesia trope. I hate that plot line. Hate it all. He's a perfect man, though. When he, like, wouldn't kiss her because he was like, I won't recover from a loss as big as you. Oh. And then that SOB, I don't even remember his name, but that other guy was like trying to swoop in. No. Percy Jackson is All My Eggs in One Basket. He's perfect. He was my first book boyfriend. He is so good to Annabeth. He's so powerful. He's so funny. I love him. Next, Rhett Eaton, All My Eggs in One Basket. He's from Flawless, which is the first Chestnut Spring series. I love him. I need him biblically. He is perfect. He's my favorite boy in that series, and he's the very first one. River Pena, he's from the Soulmate Equation. I'm going to put him in My Type on Paper. I liked him a lot. I thought he was very sweet. He was very sweet with the girls. Yeah, he didn't like stick out to me like other people did, but he's sweet. Rowan Kane. Wait a minute. I'm stupid. First of all, I spelled Kane wrong, which is part of the reason I didn't see it. But also, I kept saying I was looking for Declan, and Declan's the one I just did. So he gives me the ick because of the catfishing. Ryle gives me the ick. He should go to hell. End of story. Samson, can't remember his last name, is from Heartbones. I loved that book. I think it's a beautiful book. I'm going to put him in My Type on Paper just because it's so complicated and stuff. But like their love is ridiculous. And I think he's just a sweet boy. He's just a sweet boy. Stefan Dalka, Coupled Up. He's from the 3rd book in the Gold Rush Ranch series called The Frontrunner, I think. He's just a perfect person. Doesn't stand out to me like other people do, but I love him. Theo Silva, oh my gosh. He's from Reckless, the new Chestnut Springs book. I don't know if it's recency bias. And Rhett is still my favorite, but good lord. His love for her is unreal. It's beautiful. The way he said he was going to marry her the first, like, night they met. And the way he is for her, just, like, a couple of the quotes in there where he's just, like, I could never hate you. I'd be too busy loving you. Oh my gosh. I just think he's perfect. I think he's not afraid of a strong woman. I think he's a good dad. I think he's a good friend. And I love him. Jasper, I'm going to couple up with. He's the one that was in the, like, accidental marriage thing with Eloise, where they were, like, in Vegas and drank and got married. Because he just, I love him. Vance Sutter. Vance could go into All My Eggs in One Basket simply for having the most, like, romantic thing to ever happen in a book, to be honest. At the end of it, he's the very last in the Eden series, Crimson River, and he's with Lila. Nailed it. And then she, like, walks out into the front of her store one day and he's sitting there and he's like, where the hell's my chair, Blue? Oh my gosh. When I tell you. I'm like shaking. Okay. I'm going to put him in coupled up. I'm trying to reserve the top, even though it's the same size as coupled up at this point. But I love Von Harding. I'm going to put him in my type on paper. He's from the very first of the Gold Rush Ranch series. Off to the finish line. Off to the races. He just doesn't like super duper stand out to me. He's got to go there. And finally, the newest addition to my heart, Zayden Ryerson from Fourth Wing. All my eggs in one basket. I trust that man with my life. When he told Violet, like, if you've ever trusted me, trust me now, I was like, girl, you're fine. He's got you. Oh, and he's just he's such a smitten kid at the end, and maybe even at the beginning. Like, I want to reread it knowing, like, what you know at the end of the, I'm, like, grinning so bad. Guys, he does the, like, who did this to you? He does the, F it, and then the kiss. The you're all dead. The I should have killed him slower. Just textbook romance, interest, love interest, whatever the heck. He's perfect. His love for Violet knows no bounds. I think about him every day. This is my, is it down here? This is my book boyfriend ranking. So those are my thoughts on book boyfriends. I'm sure that I'll gain many, many more in my next books. I'm reading Six of Crows duology right now. I finished the first one and I'm like a couple chapters into the second, so I didn't put any of those men in here, even the ones I'm in love with, because I don't know and I don't want to look like a fool. So that's that. Thank you for watching me give all of my thoughts, because that's what I have this channel for, and I can't bore Nathan all of the time with all of my thoughts. So thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.